Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live training. Great to see all of you. If anyone who has a camera can turn on the camera, that would be great to see all of you, and you can see each other. So hello, everyone who is already with their camera turned on. As always, get your notebook out, take great notes. Let me give a brief introduction to what we're doing today. So we are in a live training, and I will be posting this live training as well later on YouTube. And I intend to do a lot more of these, okay, which are just open trainings for everyone. The idea is to find time to really meet and speak about how we can enhance our lives, using technology, which is our main topic. And I've done a number of these already and intend to do a lot more. So whoever is new to this kind of environment, then welcome. And make sure to follow me on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. I send a lot of emails about new trainings. And we did one recently about what I call becoming a better you with technology. We did one about navigating the globe from our desktop computers and seeing interesting places and learning about the world. Today, we're speaking about very, very recent developments in AI, specifically ChatGPT, and another system that I'll show you, which is quite amazing, made by Google. So yeah, we'll dive right in. As always, I have my chat open, so you can just write any questions or comments or anything at all, and definitely I will be happy to address anything that you type in here. Today there is no we'll go straight into ChatGPT. There is no fancy presentation. Well, even if I have a presentation, usually it's not that fancy, but there is none. The idea is really to just be together and discuss what we can do with technology in our lives. Okay, so we're going to look at two different separate systems. One is ChatGPT. I'm guessing most of you have heard about it, at least, and most likely have used it. If you haven't yet played around with the ChatGPT, you know what? Maybe the first thing I'll do is really go to actually my own my new YouTube channel and just log in and show you some of the videos there, just so that you you see what's available. Most of you may already know it, okay? But really, if you go to my channel, which is just search for @Amir Hardouf, and you'll see all kinds of videos that I've already put in there. And there are three parts. Part 1, 2, and 3 of a series called Mastering ChatGPT. So if you haven't seen it, please go there. If you're just starting out, then go to Get Started with ChatGPT. Okay, this is an update I did recently. And I also, I think it was yesterday that I put up this new video tour of ChatGPT, just showing you around the different areas. Okay, so this is right now in the YouTube channel, so you can really spend a lot of time with me learning about ChatGPT. Now, today I'm going to show you something that's not a free part of ChatGPT. So now I am going to use my paid account and discuss what's going on behind the scenes, where AI is going, and we're going to go into ChatGPT. And still, it's worth knowing about, because what I expect will happen is that we will see many of these features also appearing in free versions, and we have competing chat products. So we have ChatGPT, we have Claude AI. If you haven't looked at it, then definitely go to find out about Claude. There is Google Gemini. So at least ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, three great products, chat interfaces, all chatting with AI, and we will see more and more of this type of features. Okay, now let me share my my ChatGPT website or account, and let's see let's see this first this new concept, and then I'll explain some about what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, so when you are in ChatGPT, then over here, this is where you put in your prompt. Okay, let me just make sure that I can see you as well as see the chat so that you can write in any questions. So I'm just on the regular chat. This is what you get also in the free account. It's this model, ChatGPT 4.0. It's ChatGPT's most advanced model. And when I say model, it means they're huge, huge platform of computers who take our prompt and then generate a result from it. And they always give me some suggestions. So plan a relaxing day. Let's just use their prompt and just click on it. Can you help me plan a relaxing day that focuses on activities for rejuvenation? To start, can you ask me what my favorite forms of relaxation are? Okay, regenerate. Okay, then it's suggesting. Okay, then ask, when is it becoming voice activated? Well, it is in fact voice activated if you like. So there is already an option. I'll let it finish first because it's still working. You see this stop sign, it means that it's still working, but I'll take this opportunity excuse me. I'll take this opportunity to tell you about the ChatGPT app. Okay, so on your phone, okay, I won't connect my phone right now, but let me. For some reason, it's stuck. Let me refresh this page and have it go again. Okay. Well, I'm holding my phone over here, and if you go into the ChatGPT app, you can actually voice activate it. Okay, you know what? We're live. Let me try to even let me try and do a new share and even try to share my my phone screen. That would be interesting. Okay, let's see screens. Let me stop sharing for a second. It's a very good question. It's a bit off topic, but it's a great question. So let's do that. iPhone. Let me try that. Let's see if it works or not. Okay. Let me share my screen mirroring. No, that's not it. Let's try that again. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, let's see. So hopefully you can see my screen right now. I'm in ChatGPT, and in the app you don't see it in the on your computer, but in the app you see there is this. You see this headphone over here. If I click it, okay, help me plan the perfect day.
Got it. Let's shape a perfect day for you. I'll start with a general outline, and you can let me know what feels right or if you'd like to change something. Imagine waking up to a peaceful morning.
Okay, I've stopped it, and this was just a quick demo. and I'll go back to my main ChatGPT screen. But again, thank you for the question. It's a very good question, Dan. So you can voice activate ChatGPT from your phone, and also I see there are more comments in the chat. We're still, getting started. So if you've joined just now, we haven't gotten to the main demo or demos yet. You will see also over here that there is an option to listen. Okay, to listen to anything that ChatGPT writes out. I can just click this read aloud.
I'd love to help you plan a rejuvenating day. To start, what are some of your favorite forms of relaxation?
Actually,
do you prefer
listen to ChatGPT answer? Okay, now this is just the regular model, or actually it's an advanced model, but ChatGPT released another model which I'll talk about today. Okay, Ravi writes, please can you give us an insight on language extension APK in ChatGPT? What is an APK? Okay, so this is related to a different topic altogether. Okay, you might be referring to Android apps. Okay, APK is related to Android apps, so it's separate than what we are discussing today. But I'll be happy to also expand on that and on language extensions. But right now we are in the we want to talk about the new ChatGPT model. Okay, now this new version. Okay, Aiden is asking. You don't need to download anything. You just need to be logged into ChatGPT. However, this version is right now available for the paid accounts. So I have a paid account. I will show you a completely different system that you don't need to pay for, that does something amazing, and we'll explore it very, very shortly. Okay. All right. So let me remain in ChatGPT for now, the regular version. And there is a very, very famous prompt that ChatGPT tends to fail on. Okay, and this prompt is, let me just copy the prompt so that I don't need to type it. And this prompt is the following. Okay, this is the prompt. How many times does the letter R appear in strawberry? Okay, by the way, who knows the answer? You can type in the chat. How many times does the letter R appear in strawberry? Let's see if you can correctly identify how many R's we have in strawberry. Let's see who the first one will be. Okay, 3. Okay, yes, it's 3. So we'll ask ChatGPT as well. Okay, the letter R appears 2 times in the word strawberry. Now, this is the most advanced version of ChatGPT, ChatGPT 4.0, okay, or the almost most advanced, okay? And it's very intriguing. Why would ChatGPT tell us the letter R appears 2 times in the word strawberry, where it obviously appears 3 times? Well, this shows us something very, very profound about AI. It's called artificial intelligence, but it doesn't think. There is no thinking here. There is no logic working behind the scenes. What actually happens, and if you've seen my previous series about AI, then you would know this. What happens is that whenever an AI system like this, which is called a large language model, LLM, wherever it generates this sentence, it doesn't generate the entire sentence and displays it, but it generates it word by word by word. It's not even word by word by word. It's called token by token by token. So it's guessing that the next token will be the. Token is like a part of the word. And then LET maybe. And then TER. And it's taking all of the tokens that it had in the conversation, which is all of this, including what it started, and it guesses, it gives the best guess of what the next the next one will be statistically. Now, because it has knowledge about many, many, many different words and has a lot of statistics that's already in there, when it finishes the word appears, for some reason, it picks the number 2 as the most probable answer, which happens to be the wrong answer, because there is no real thinking, no logic, okay? So this is something very important to understand. And amazing as well. You get these very, very long results in ChatGPT, and they're all created word by word, even letter by letter or token by token, and they seem intelligent, okay? You might say that we speak when you hear someone else speak. We don't know. They might be generating word by word by word and only seem intelligent. So, but this way, in this case, we know this is how it works. We're just not sure why it generates such amazing results. But sometimes the results are simply wrong. Okay. Now, the missing part here is that really there is no logic. There is no logic. There is only a guessing of what the next letter or token or word will be. Now, this has been explored for many, many years. It's not the first time. It's not that in 2023, ChatGPT came out with a new invention. This whole concept of how to guess the next letter, the next word, has been around for a long time. They only got it to what they did, which is terrific, but I say they only, quote unquote, only put in more data into the system and many, many more computers. So they increased their compute capabilities and the amount of data that they're using, and it started to generate intelligent looking results. And still, everyone knows that there is no logical thinking. So when AI was created, or as it's being created, it started off by trying to imitate what the brain does. Okay, so this is why you may have heard of neural networks. Okay, which is all kinds of computers or computing algorithms connected by what are similar to neurons in the brain. And when you put enough in there, it starts generating these intelligent looking results. But what they didn't develop until now, or well, they've tried a lot, of course, and it's still being developed, but there wasn't any huge development in copying how we actually do logic. Okay, copying how computers do logic and how humans do logic is still very, very separate. So OpenAI have given it a try, and they've developed this different model. If you'll see on the top left over here, they've developed a model that's called O1. Okay, O1. It's called O1 because it's like it's as if it should have been their first model. Or their first version because it's the most intelligent, but it doesn't mean anything really. It's just O1, and it's a different model, and it works a bit differently. Now, before I give kind of a schematic of what it does, okay, then we can just look at it. So let's switch to O1 preview. This is what's in the paid account. It's not in the free account, but that's fine for now. We're just exploring it, okay? And we'll give it the same prompt. How many times does the letter R appear in strawberry? Okay. I'm going back to the chat, and Kate writes, does only the paid version have the ability to create images and videos? No, the free version can create images. You can create images. You cannot create videos yet in ChatGPT in any version, so not videos. Videos, you'll need to use a different system for now, as of September 2024. Okay, if someone is watching the recording in 2026, I'm sure there will be many new things in there, but images, yes, in the free version, definitely. Okay, so now we're going to start a new chat. and I'm going to use the same prompt. How many times does the letter R appear in strawberry? Okay. And it's thinking. Now it's thinking. You see, it's taking a lot more time. Okay. The letter R appears 3 times in the word strawberry. So first of all, it got the right answer. It even wrote 3 as a word, not as a number. I'm not sure exactly why, but you'll notice another thing. It says thought for 4 seconds, and there is this arrow. And this arrow, if I click it, well, it gives me what they call the train of thought, okay, or the process, okay? They call it train of thought thinking. So counting R instances. So it's telling me what it's doing. I'm working through how many times the letter R appears in strawberry by examining each letter in the word and tallying the occurrences of R, okay? So, and then writes, can we move on to what's new? This is new. This is very, very new, okay? It's been out for maybe a week and a few days, maybe, okay? And I will show you something that's even newer, okay? So we are, it may look to you as this is very similar to the regular ChatGPT, but what it does is something different, because it counts in steps. And I'll show you some more complex prompts as we go through this. Okay, so it's first trying to figure out what are the steps, and then it goes through the steps. Okay, I'll draw a schematic, and it's I'll say already in advance, before I show this this schematic drawing that I'll just draw for you, that it's not the technical setup that OpenAI has, because they haven't said how they do it. They haven't said how they do it, but it's just a rough sketch to understand the main difference. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll open a whiteboard, and in this whiteboard, we'll just create some drawings. Okay, so this is the regular ChatGPT. So if this is ChatGPT, let's say 4.0, then what happens is that over here we get a prompt. Okay, let's type this out instead of writing it. Prompt, and then what goes out is the next token. Next token. Token is like word or part of a word. Okay? All right. Now, then what it does, it takes this new word and it feeds it back over here. Okay? So, and then the prompt is, and then ChatGPT takes the prompt and the next token, and it generates the next one. Okay, generates the next one. So, so that's the first. That's the standard. The standard way that today ChatGPT works. Okay, you might be able to draw on this along with me. So I see some of you moving the mouse. That's fine. Okay. Now the basic idea. Okay, the basic idea is this. If I look at the new, oops, I didn't want to do that. Again, let me draw a shape. Okay, so now if I look at ChatGPT 01, okay, 01. Okay, so whoever is drawing around over here, please just watch, okay? Just watch what I do, okay? There is somewhere here where I can stop other people from drawing, I guess, but I won't do it right now just to save time, okay? So the new ChatGPT, what happens is this. You put in the prompt, okay? So it's the same Same idea, we have a prompt over here. And then there is an extra step. There is an extra step. And the extra step is this. Over here, okay, what it'll try to do, it won't give me the next token. It'll give me, okay, it'll ask over here, what is the next step in the process? This is the question it's trying to answer. What is the next step? This is called train of thought. So it's not guessing the next token, it's trying to guess what the best next step is in the process. And only then it generates the token. Sorry, I meant to write this arrow. Okay, then it'll generate, okay, the token, and then it'll go back. Now, this is definitely, okay, this is definitely not how OpenAI built this. If they had to show this system, it would look very, very different. It's conceptual, okay? So the conceptual idea here is that instead of guessing the token, it's trying to say, okay, a logical person, what would their next question be? What would be the next step? Okay, so this is just a very short schematic. Next time I display a whiteboard, I'll try to make sure that that only I can draw in it. Okay, so for now, I'll stop. I'll stop sharing. Okay. Okay, sharing, close. Okay, so I'll go back now to ChatGPT. And this is really this part of showing us the steps. Okay, now we might ask, how intelligent is it? So I'll tell you this. If you look at all kinds of videos, comments on Twitter or X, as it's called now, or YouTube videos and so on, you'll see people extremely impressed. Okay, I am slightly impressed, and I will explain why in a bit, because they've definitely added another level. It's very intriguing to see where this is leading, but still there is a long way to go. In my opinion, there is a long way to go, and now I want to show you some more examples. And first, I'll do a very quick example. Again, it's one of these more common examples that you might find. But let's give it something that's based on a well-known riddle. And I'll first tell you the riddle. The riddle is, suppose you're somewhere on Earth. I'm sure some of you would know it, so maybe you would be able to answer. You're on Earth, and you go 1 kilometer south, and then 1 kilometer east, and then 1 kilometer north, okay? South, east, north, and you reach the same point where you started. And then you spot a bear. The question is, the riddle is, what is the color of the bear? Okay, so does anyone here know this riddle? Okay, you go 1 kilometer south, 1 kilometer east, 1 kilometer north, and you reach the same point where you started. And then you spot a bear. What is the color of the bear? Okay, that was the riddle. If any one of you knows the answer, then you can write it here. Kirsten writes white. Okay, yes, it's white. Why? Because the only point on Earth where you can go south and then east and then north and reach the same point is if you're on the North Pole. Okay, so if you spot a bear on the North Pole, which by the way, there isn't a continent on the North Pole, but that's beside the point. It would be a polar bear, white. Okay, now we're going to give ChatGPT not the riddle, but a related question. Okay, so I'll paste it here. Explain the implications of walking 1 kilometer south from the North Pole, then 1 kilometer east, and finally 1 kilometer north. How does this affect the individual's position relative to the starting point? Consider the Earth's curvature and the concept of latitude in your explanation. So again, if you're imagining the globe, if we're on the North Pole, we go 1 kilometer south, we go east, and when we go back, we are back in the North Pole, okay? And I'm giving it to ChatGPT. It's thinking, okay? And we can follow along, charting a course, traversing the poles, mapping directions south, mapping the path, calculating latitude circumference, calculating latitude circumference again, navigating the Earth's circumference, okay? Tracking movement. Now, what happens here, it's not showing us the result yet, but it's generating new prompts, it's feeding them back in, it's asking for the next step, and once it's ready, it's generating the result, okay? So it's giving us all kinds of numbers, or I can actually calculate where I am in the southward movement and the eastward movement, and then implication. Despite moving east to due to the small circumference, your eastward displacement doesn't prevent you from returning to your starting longitude when you move north again. Okay. Conclusion, reason, broader implication. This phenomenon illustrates how Earth's curvature and the concept of latitude affect navigation and distances, especially near the poles. Okay? And there is visual representation. Imagine the North Pole as the tip of a cone, and it's explaining some more. Now, you wouldn't get this result from using the regular standard ChatGPT. However, in this particular prompt, if you wanted to try it later on, then try it with the regular ChatGPT, and you will also get a very good result. Because I've tried it, but you won't get this idea of the thinking process, which is new. Now, before I show you another example, I want to switch off to something very different, totally amazing, totally amazing. I see that time flies, so we'll go through this. And what I want you to suggest, just a random topic. It'll make it more interesting. So if you want to just suggest a random topic, just write it in the chat. And I'll pick from any of your choices. Now, what I want to show you is a product by Google that's called Notebook LM. Now, to reach it, you simply do a search, okay? Notebook LM. You type Notebook LM in Google, and I hit enter, and it's giving me the first website, notebooklm.google, okay? Once again, if someone wants to suggest any topic, please type it in the chat, okay? Then writes, how long do Kai carp live for? Okay, what is Kai carp? I'm not sure I know it, but we'll find out. Okay. Again, you're welcome to suggest any topics. Now, koi carp. Okay, great. So koi carp will be our potential subject. Ballroom dancing. Okay, great subject. Okay, now I'll go into how to use YouTube. Okay, great. Now, let me go to Notebook LM. Okay, and it says try Notebook LM. You might need to log in with your Google account. So if I click try Google LM, then it brings me over here. I'll switch over to one of my existing accounts. Let me close some windows over here. Okay, so this is Notebook LM. Okay, now the idea of a notebook, I'll click a new notebook, and the idea is that you give Google a number of sources, just text from different sources, or it could be websites. You see, it could be just text, it could be a file, it could be a link, and it's a new chat program or system where you can chat with the information that you put into it. Okay, so let's pick ballroom dancing, and I'm going to do something that I've recently explained actually in one of my videos. So let me do a quick search. Okay, so I'll start, and I want to search for ballroom dancing. Ballroom dancing. But this time I want some text document. Okay, text document. So I'll write file type. This is a very cool technique for advanced searching in Google, not related to AI. File type PDF. I'm looking for PDF documents, which are these elaborate, nice text documents about ballroom dancing. Okay, so there is ballroom dance styles. Someone from the Rastrick High School created this PDF. Let's look at it. Okay, there are all kinds of dances, club dances. Excellent, excellent. Let me download this. Okay, I'll download this file to my computer. Now, I'll go back to Notebook LM, and now I'll upload. I'll click here, and I'm now choosing this PDF. Okay, look here over on the left. Okay, it's added this as a resource. Now I can add up to, I think, 20 different resources. Okay, 20 different resources, and you'll see immediately it's giving me a summary. Okay, it's giving me suggested questions. I can create all types of notes, like an FAQ. It's generating frequently asked questions about this document. And over here, I can chat with the document as well. Okay, so why am I showing you all of this? Okay, first of all, because it's just amazing. So now there is a ballroom dance FAQ based on that document. Okay, but we can do a lot more. We can do a lot more, and I'll open this notebook guide. Let's call this notebook Ballroom Dancing. Okay, so now it's called Ballroom Dancing. And why am I showing you all of this? Well, first of all, like I said, because it's amazing what you can do with it. And you can actually load many, many documents and have many, many different sources and ask for information about these sources. However, over here, Google have added recently deep dive conversation. This is going to be an audio file. It's going to be a conversation between two hosts about the content. Now I'll click generate, and I'll give it some time because it takes some time. This may take a few minutes. No need to stick around, it says. So I will give it a few minutes and we'll see what it generates. However, this is very, very related to ChatGPT 01 that I explained, because what's happening now in the background, and Google, like OpenAI, they didn't explain what they're doing technically, but I can tell you a lot about it. So what they're doing is also, they're not just generating some text and then having automated AI audio. They're really running this same idea of trained thought processing. They're asking, what would a conversation or a good conversation sound like? What does one person need to ask? What does the other need to ask before they construct everything? And then they construct it. So we'll go back to this and we'll listen to it, okay? Or at least part of it, because it's going to create this very nice audio. And we're doing this in real time, and it's all AIs. That means the text is being generated, and then you'll also hear the voices. Okay, so the idea behind this is suddenly we get something from Google that's not just a text summary, which AI can do very well, but it's generating new content with many, many steps in between. It's not generating content like on the fly, what is the next word? It's generating a process and then the content. And we are going, in my opinion, we're going to see a lot more from this. So because I know this takes a few minutes, now we'll go back to ChatGPT and I'll show you something else, a different prompt that I've tried with ChatGPT. Let's figure out how intelligent it is. But first of all, please write in the chat. Is this interesting to you? Is this, I don't know, too complicated? Is this too scary? Is this in any way useful? Okay, I'm just interested to know, because we are doing this live, and I want to get the best things for you, and things that are really interesting for you. So and as well as useful. So I'm really happy to hear any feedback whatsoever. All right, now let me start a new chat. And Morris writes, it is too complicated for me at the moment. Thank you for sharing. Jackie says, too technical. Thank you for sharing, Jackie. Okay, I will give you now another example, which may also be technical. Okay, Dan writes, not really useful compared to your previous talks. Okay, wait for the Google LM result, and I think you will like it a lot. But I really appreciate this feedback. Okay, I really appreciate this feedback. And I know that AI can be pretty technical, and in my opinion, it is important for us to know what's happening in the world, and to figure out how useful it can be. Okay, before let's check in again on ballroom dancing. Ballroom dancing is ready. So Adrian writes, it's fascinating. Adrian, I'm not sure if this is for my mobile only session to that one. Yeah, I usually recommend that on these live sessions you watch using your computer and not the mobile, because it's very, very small on the mobile. Look what happened here. There is 8 minutes of a conversation that Google created for ballroom dancing. Okay, so this is the time to get ready. Okay. Well, Ravi asked about Notebook LM as an app. Not yet. Let's listen. Okay, so I'm hitting play. Again, make sure that I'm sharing audio. Okay, yes, audio is shared. Let's listen.
All right, so have you ever caught yourself like tapping your foot to a beat and wondering, what is it about this song? What is it about this music that makes me want to move? Well, get ready, because that's what we're diving into today.
Sounds fun.
This deep dive request comes from a listener, and we are checking out different dance styles.
Okay.
We're going to start with this Year 8, Term 2A, Lesson 5, dance-styles.pdf document that a listener sent over. And you know what? It just goes to show that even a school assignment can be like a launch pad into some seriously cool stuff.
Yeah, what I find interesting is how this document actually shows a really basic learning principle. And that's taking a huge topic, something that maybe seems kind of intimidating, and then breaking it down into smaller pieces.
Right.
And we do this with everything, like learning a new language.
I'll stop this for a second just to explain what's happening here. This is a conversation between two people, a man and a woman. The entire text is completely generated by AI. They are conversing. They are stopping each other. They are listening to each other. The voices are completely AI generated, and they are discussing the actual content of this document, and they are giving us a summary, which is about 8 minutes. So if you have an article that you find on a website, you want it that you want to have summarized, and you want to listen to the summary, you pop it into Notebook LM, you wait a few minutes, and it'll give you that summary. Okay, let's listen some more.
Don't start by trying to write a novel. you start with the alphabet, and basic grammar. So this document is kind of doing the same thing with dance. They're giving us ballroom, Latin, and club as our starting blocks.
I like it. Ballroom, Latin, club.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the document also mentioned that ballroom dancing, like it's a global thing, it's everywhere, which makes me wonder, how did something so structured and formal become so widespread?
Right.
Like, did we all just collectively decide, yep, that's how you waltz?
Well, not exactly. So ballroom dance, it did.
Okay, we're not going to listen to 8 minutes about ballroom dancing, okay? But this is quite phenomenal. I haven't yet seen AI do this kind of stuff, and many times when you think about AI, this is this is where we are now. It'll only get better. It'll only get better. Okay. Aiden writes, I am here. I watch these sessions on my PC, but can I download the ChatGPT app to be on my PC as well? Okay. ChatGPT they have an app. Okay. But the app for communicating with audio is only on mobile. Okay. They also have an app for Mac computers, but it's like working on the website. Okay. Okay, so David writes, amazing. Do they always use the same voices? Yes, right now they use the same voices. And you can use other products like 11 Labs to change voices. Excuse me, I won't go into it right now. But look, this is where we are now, and this is very new. I'm pretty sure they are going to be adding voices. They are going to be adding voices. They are going to have us record our own voice and play it in our own voices and so on. It's really, really getting good. And the whole construction of this wasn't just one step. It's these multiple steps that's very, very new in AI. Okay, Dan writes, usually you give more practical ideas. ChatGPT gives endless information as you go more and more in depth. How is this an improvement? Okay, so it's an improvement because of the quality of the answers. Okay, now, when you just ask for just regular, like make a summary of something, then the new model won't give you a lot of new, just a lot of new information then. So that's a good point. When you ask like a math problem or something related to science and computing, it's more intelligent. We can say it's more intelligent. Now, people have compared this to a PhD level understanding. It's not correct. It's not correct. I can try to give you an example, but I'm thinking this example will be even more technical. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it in a short video so that I won't bore anyone here. But I will tell you this, that I asked ChatGPT, the new ChatGPT, some kind of geometry question. I can show you the question that I asked. In the new ChatGPT, you cannot upload images, okay? But you can write in text. So if I go back to ChatGPT, I won't spend a lot of time on it. I understand. This is why I asked you, by the way, and really, I'm very thankful for you sharing. How useful is this for you? Okay. So I described to ChatGPT. I described this question about a triangle. Okay, and I wrote there is an X and Y diagram, and I created this angle of 30 degrees, and I asked, what's the other degree? Okay, so what is the angle between the triangle and the y-axis? I'm not going to draw it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Okay, but to answer your question then some more. Okay, this is something that the regular ChatGPT has a very, very hard time doing. And this is a lot of scientists, mathematicians, they want to see AI do things much better with logic, okay? It's identifying the angle, identifying the triangle, and then it's analyzing and it's saying to me, okay, the answer is 60 degrees, Okay, now this happens to be the right answer. But without explaining the question too much, I just describe the triangle and ask for one of the angles that it makes, okay? Now, I didn't say anything about here, and if you go through the recording, you'll be able to read this in more detail. I didn't say anything about the other angles in the triangle. There's no way to know what the other angles are. But I did try to ask ChatGPT, what are the other two angles in the triangle? Okay, now this is where I say that it's less intelligent, okay? Because you don't need to be a PhD, okay? You just need to know very, very basic school geometry to understand that if I didn't give you any information about the triangle, only one angle, you cannot know the other two angles, okay? But here it's really, really analyzing it, and it's doing all kinds. I don't know what it's doing, and it's doing all kinds of assessments. It's thinking long and hard. Okay, let me shut down this thought process, and now it's finally calculating it for me, and with all kinds of complex calculations. Okay, and it's reaching the wrong results. The other two angles in the triangle are 75 degrees each. Now, if I describe the triangle with just specifying one angle, there's no way to know the other two angles, but it didn't catch on it. It looks very, very smart and sophisticated, although it's totally wrong, okay? So when I show you these things, I don't want to also be too excited, because if you know how to prompt, you can really try and see if it really is a huge leap or not. In my opinion, it's not yet. However, when it's applied to subjects like this and creating, for example, conversations, totally amazing results, okay? Lian writes, will it do voice to text? Not Notebook LM. Okay, but if you go to 11 Labs, okay, then you can do a lot in, I think in both directions, actually. You can do text to voice, definitely. This doesn't do voice to text, but there are other AI systems for doing voice to text. Yes, you can download, David, you can download. If I click here, there is a download button, okay? I can download this, and I can have this file on my computer, and then move into my phone, and I can listen to it. And very soon, I'm pretty sure that people will be creating full podcast episodes, changing the tone of the voice, the people who are speaking, because the conversation sounds completely human-like. Very, very good work of AI. Okay, Ravi asked to discuss a book. Do we have to give the entire book in PDF format? Well, it depends what you want to discuss. Okay, you can give a summary. You can actually go to ChatGPT and ask for a summary of a certain well-known book, and it'll give it to you. And then over here, if I go to Notebook LM and start a new notebook, I can just paste in text. Over here, I can paste in text. So if we go back to the regular ChatGPT, okay, please give me a 400-word summary of, I don't know, Pride and Prejudice, okay? So ChatGPT will give me this text. I asked for 400 words, and then I can copy this text. Okay, I don't know, maybe 400 words is a lot. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll read some more of the chat. Stephen writes, Amir, can you briefly show how you uploaded the PDF? Yes, I will show that again. So let me copy this text. I'll go back to over here. I started a new notebook, and then I clicked upload sources. This is what I did. And then I chose the file from my computer. Okay, but now I'll paste the copied text over here. Okay, Pride and Prejudice, insert. Okay, there is one piece of pasted text. Okay, it gives me the summary. Okay, I can click to generate the conversation. So I don't know if we'll be able to see it because it does take a few minutes. Okay, but Ravi, if you want to discuss the book, you can do that. So so now I can discuss the book. Now I can write over here. I have just one source, and it's just a summary. If you have the entire book on PDF, yes, please load it. Okay. So what is the moral of the book? Let's say I want to ask it's only based on this summary, only based on this summary. I can chat, okay, with the summary. The moral of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice revolves around the danger of prejudice, the importance of understanding and overcoming personal flaws, personal growth and happiness. Now it tells me where in the text to find it. Okay, so I can click, this is the reference. Okay, or number 3. Okay, this is the reference. So it's give me references. So if you have the entire PDF of the book, definitely you can ask a question. Okay, and it's giving me some suggested questions. How does Elizabeth Bennet's initial perception of Mr. Darcy influence the relationship? It's going to try to extract that from the text. And it's telling me initial perception as a proud and haughty man significantly shapes the course of the relationship. Okay, and there are all kinds of references. Okay, let me read some more questions. We're nearly finishing today. If we go a few minutes extra, that's fine. Okay. Obviously, Notebook LM is more interesting to many of you. Very happy to focus on it some more. Okay. So maybe writes, can it translate the language being spoken on a video into English? Hope this makes sense. Well, you can do that, Marie, not in Notebook LM. Okay, translating a video into a different language. Okay, not in Notebook LM, but I will tell you that you can go on YouTube, for example, on any video, and get the transcript from it, copy it into ChatGPT, and translate it into any language. So if you have a video in different language, you can translate it into English. Okay. So thank you for all these questions. I'll click the notebook guide over here, and we have 4 minutes. Okay, which is the summary.
All right, buckle up, bookworms, because today we're diving headfirst into the world of Jane Austen and her iconic novel, Pride and Prejudice.
That's right. We're going beyond the surface of this beloved story.
Exactly. We're digging deep into the themes, the characters, and why this book, written over 2 centuries ago, still has us completely captivated.
It's amazing how a story about, marriage and society back then can still feel so relevant today.
Totally. And that's what we're going to unpack, right from that famous opening line. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
Oh.
Okay. Once again, I find this truly amazing. And as time goes on, I become less and less amazed by AI, but this really surprised me, and I really think they did a great job, Google this time, not OpenAI. I think we will end here today. I'll just quickly summarize that we covered the new ChatGPT model that OpenAI released. Okay, the main thing that it does different is that it doesn't generate immediately the next word or token, but it's trying to guess what is the next step that I should think about or generate, because it's not really thinking, in order to get the best result. And it does this iterative process of generating the next step and then the token, then the next step, and again and again. We saw the same idea in Notebook LM, which is, it looks way more useful. You know, we can chat with some text, and we can generate this audio. This audio is being generated also by multi-steps, and we're going to see more and more of that. And this gave us a good opportunity to look at Notebook LM, which I really urge you to try. Everything I did here, you can do yourself. Okay, so you can really open Notebook LM, find text, paste text, generate the audio. For now, completely free, completely open. I don't know how long it will stay that way, but since it's Google and since there is a huge battle between all these AI giants, I expect this to become even better and continue to be free. This is my guess, okay? All right, so Ravi writes, if we don't have a book, e.g. War and Peace, can we still ask it to summarize it? Well, Notebook LM is specifically based on whatever you put in. If you want to ask a chat engine to summarize a known book, go to ChatGPT, go to Claude, go to Google Gemini. Notebook LM is for you to work with the text that you put in, not with the general knowledge base, okay? All right. Okay, Jackie, right. Thanks, Amir. My passion knowledge must go now. Yes, we all must go now. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, David. Yes, I agree. The voices are really amazing. And I'm definitely going to play with this a lot more. Okay. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Leanne. Slavic Rises next week again, same time. Okay, so whoever is with me in my other series, which is the paid series, Creative Adventure, we have a session this Wednesday. I am trying to create sessions on Mondays. I might change the times from time to time. So I haven't yet advertised the next session, but I'm hoping to have another one next Monday. Okay, on a completely different topic, and I'll choose different topics that I believe will be useful. Okay, so yes, thank you for the question. Okay, thank you, Kirsten. Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, Khalid. Aiden, yes, I will have the recording up very soon, and it'll be on YouTube. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Wazam, Slavika. Thank you so much, and I will see you the next time. Bye-bye.